Right, hello. Um, just give me a second. I changed some settings, so it's gonna take me just a minute before I'm able to hear myself. So I'm just gonna mute myself real quick and make sure audio's okay. All right, and like that, I've just checked it, so I'm back. Um, hello, everyone. It's been a while. I will say that. Um, you might be wondering, Austin, what are we doing today? Well, obviously you've clicked on this live stream. So today we're going to be looking at the wonderful world of Trainz. Um, it doesn't really always work, um, but when it does, it's very good. I know that a lot of people are kind of more motioned towards more motion. Ugh, can't speak today. More motion towards Train Sim 2019. Or no, 2020 actually. We're at 2020 now. Um, anywho, I'm gonna be doing some route building today on a route that I started not long ago, um, which is. Oh, I just realized you guys could probably hear that in the background. Um, oh, that's desktop audio. Never mind. It's probably something in. Oh, it's probably the station. Yeah, it's a station. I was like, what is that audio coming from? Anyways, um, so I wanted to just do a bit of live streaming. I haven't put anything up for a few days now, for probably a good week or so. Um, so I figured, hell, why the fuck not? Um, so I'm just gonna go ahead and swipe over to our scene here. Um, we're starting in, well, I've already built this, but we're starting in a place called Lee's Valley. That is the first place that we're gonna that well the first major place here on the line. I should say that this is a Pennsylvania Railroad line, um, set in the 40s to early, probably, well, no, probably late 30s to just the end of Steam, so like mid 50s, I think. I think that's when Steam went on the PRR. I am, however, actually no. I need to come over here real fast. I need to check and see how loud this actually is for you guys, because I don't actually know what it is. Give me a second, because I want you guys to be able to hear me still. So, um, it looks fine. It's not super loud, not super quiet. I might actually bring it up just a little bit, just a tad bit. Okay. Right. Yes, I know it's hideous. It's a shrouded or A4. No, we're in America. K4. It's a K4 with streamlining. Everyone fucking panic right now. And next to that we've got this old hunk of junk, and next to that we've got an E6. So we are in Lee's Valley right now. I'll just quickly zoom up here and give you a quick view of everything. Industry names, I don't care. There. So, quickly, I'll just give you an overview of what I've built. I've currently built this. This is the 2 miles that I currently have. Um, this over here, this section, I don't think, oh yeah, guys, you can't see my cursor. Over here, this area here, this is the, oh, hang on, give me a second. This is the engine facility right here, with the roundhouse, and this up here, these 2 buildings here, are the locomotive works. These buildings lower down here are the car shops. So you can see some hoppers coming out nice and painted, going in dirty gross. And then we've got the coat shop next to that. So I'm assuming that would be the paint shop or something. Oh, don't mind those assets over here. There, that's just where I've placed some. Over here is the coaling facility. I don't have any loads in these hoppers right now, but they're there. So basically, just to show as an example, we've got our massive coaling tower. It's able to coal these 4 tracks along here at once. So, and then we've got our water spouts, water cranes over there. We've got our water tower. I think, is this low poly or high poly one? It's a high poly one. And then I've got this erecting shop here, which is, this is the light maintenance department. So over there in the back, you've got, like, engine overhaul. But here we've got, general repair, like if a wheel needs changed or something. So, and this here is the caboose track. I also have most of these junctions names. Some of them don't have names just because they don't need names. So we've got coal dump 1, coal dump 2, coal dumps, roundhouse leads, LV stands for Lees Valley. So we've got CS, CS1, CS2, CS3. That's car shop. And then we've got over here, we've got Lees Valley, Locomotive Works, 4 and 5, and then bays 1, 2, 3. Then you've got the roundhouse, of course. Out here, you've got the yard leads and everything. You've got the light maintenance. Engine facility to back up into the engine facility. I've named it that, but there's no way to get into the engine facility. You have to come back down. I know this looks strange here, but this is actually this. Okay, so the left-hand track here is the coal staging track, and the right-hand track here is the engine facility track. So you can see here, when an engine pulls in, because the route goes that way, when a train pulls in from that direction, they come off the train. I know I kind of built this backwards now I think about it, but oh well. Because the majority of the trains that the person will be running will be coming from that way over there. Oh well. They can figure it out. Or I could have this be the end of the line. I haven't really built anything yet. I do have a really, 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 really bad MS Paint thing that I did that I might show you guys here in a second. Just a very basic map that I did. But anyways, when the trains come in, they come in down to this end of the yard. The engines would cut off. They'd run up into this here, which is the yard switch, or head shunt, whatever you want to call it. They'd run up into here, and then they would reverse down, off down into that, onto this track, and back down into the coaling facility area. This track here is for the literally its only purpose is for the coal chutes. So it is for the staging and movements of the coal chute tracks. So it's basically just to access this side. It's also used to access the car shops. Because just my thoughts is like this side, literally it's split right down the middle of these 2 tracks. So everything beyond this right-hand track over is for pretty much just engines only, and everything from the left track over is pretty much cars only, wagon stuff. This I need to get rid of. I need to get rid of this tower. I also need to change these back to being switch stands. Oh, I'm in driver, so I can't do any of that stuff. But yes, so there's that. Then we've got our station area here. This is the Lackawanna station off of the Trainz download station. It would be nice if it had an interior. It does not. Even though the windows are see-through and everything. There is people on the platform. We've got a little freight house. We've got this little tool house here. Then we've got these little kind of outbuildings for people to wait in. These two are different. I just noticed that. The signs are different. Then we've got our nice massive water tower. I like this platform. I like platform. So this, I should probably say this. Right-hand platform, main platform, platform 1. This is platform 2. There is a third through line here. That's just for, I don't know, for a train to pull into, for crew change or something, I don't know. Just basically an off line off of the mains here. So this is the 4-track main line, since I'm on it. This is a fictitious main line. I should get that out of the way. This is a fictitious main line, part of the main line, that runs between, somewhere between Harrisburg and Pittsburgh. Somewhere. The route that I've planned for it is roughly 40-something miles long. 40, 45 miles long, something like that. And this is only 2 miles of it. So I've got a long way to go. These are not named. The ones down at the other end are. I can tell you which tracks are which. So this here, so this is the up fast. So this, it means trains are going that way, that way towards the horizon. Then this track, then these the two outside tracks are up lines. So both of the outside tracks are going that way. Both of the middle lines are down lines, and they're going that way. So we've got the down fast and the down slow, or I guess I could have called them the down passenger and the down freight, but, you know, whatever. I didn't. So this is yard lead 3, way down here on the other end. We've got yard lead 1, and then yard lead 2 is up in here. Right there. But yeah, so this is set in Pennsylvania, I should say, obviously, Pennsylvania Railroad. So I've just got some decals on the buildings and stuff to signify. I don't think that this is actually a PRR station building, but I really, really, really love this station. Like, it's just a beautiful station asset. So I was like, there's no way I couldn't not have this station asset. I had to have it. Over here, I have a few of the stations that I want to include on the route. And if anyone British watches this, yes, I am saying route because I am in America. If I was in Britain, I would say route, but we are in America, so I say route. So we've got Clove Hollow, which is going to be just like a little tiny halt thing on one of the branch lines I have planned. County Line, Shawmut, Allen Mills, Denton Village, Masonville Lake. That's going to be a big station. It's actually got two station buildings. I've got some miscellaneous outbuildings here. And those are just a few. And then I've got these over here, which are like freight houses, but I'm probably going to use them as stations. So, and then here we've got freight houses and stuff. So, and there's that water tank. All of these are just beautiful, beautiful assets. I love all of these assets. Some of these, like these here in the Lackawanna station, I think, were done by Ben Dorsey. Rest in peace, Ben Dorsey. Literally, we will never have a Trainz asset builder like you. He was, he made such cool assets, like these station assets, and just everything that man did was amazing. So, that's strange. It's an outhouse and a telephone booth and a toolbox kind of meshed together. This isn't all the PRR assets I have. I actually have pick lists full of them. So here we have literally probably one of my favorite assets. I don't know who made them, but this asset right here, this like tower asset, is so nice. So detailed. Like, it's got people in it, it's got switch stands, it's so nice. And then I've got this one here, this is just like to guard the crossing here. And then if we go down here, I have a brick one down here. I don't think it has a fully modeled interior. Maybe it does. I don't think it does. Oh yeah, it does. Slightly. It's got a slight one. But this is a very, very nicely exteriorly detailed. That's not a word, exteriorly. The exterior of it is very, 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 very nice. It's even got where the switch stuff goes into it. So I'll have to do that for this one, so it doesn't look weird. That's way, way, way far down the line, though. I have also figured out how to cant my corners, because I use, for these, I use actually, you know what, let's just get back into Surveyor, and I'll show you guys. I've explained everything. So, don't mind that, I was doing a little bit of testing with one of my new K&L engines. So what I use to do my track plotting are these. They are the PRR track guides. That's what I use for my 4-track main. That's what I've used to set up all of this, actually, has been set up using that. These yards, or this yard, I should say, completely set up using this. So, like, if I turn this, they'll completely line up. Boom, lined up. I also set up, like, all of this using them as well. So, like, all of this has been set up using those track guides, like, besides some of the stuff. Like the stuff that didn't really align right, like the coal tower and stuff. I had to obviously physically do that, but like these, they match. Maybe they don't. They should. I don't know if they do or not. They're slightly off. Actually, those two should. Oh, maybe not. Maybe not all of them, but I promise you I did mostly use that for a lot of the setting up. This freight house over here I need to do something with. I need to build the spur off of this track, the left-hand track for the freight house over here. I was originally going to put it over here by the station, but there's just not much room for it. I could put it in here in this grass area, but then, you know, you'd have to cross, like, either the yard and then the mains to get out, like, or over here, and it's just, it's a mess, and I don't want to do that. So, and I might not even put it there. I don't really know where to put the freight at. I guess I could actually put it here. That's an idea. And then I put a road. Oh, you know what? I'm going to do that. You are going to go over here. And I want to have like a freight loop as well. So this will sit off of the freight loop. So. Sorry if I make weird noises during this. I've got kind of a congested throat a little bit, so. And if I go through like weird long swaths of silence, it's because I focus on what I'm doing. So, sorry. I don't want it right up against it, I don't think, so we'll have it, but that's too far. We'll have it be like, slightly off center. Have it like halfway off. So set that there. And you'll see, like, I'm going to use these for literally everything. And you're going to see how modular and how easy it makes designing the track. Like, you can see how, like how perfect that right there is. Like, how that yard ladder and everything is situated. And that's just from using these guides. Like, from using this PRR track guide. Like, I love this thing to death. I've been using it on, like, just as a guide for, like, literally all the track that I've ever laid. Just because it's that good, I promise you, to use a guide like this. It's so nice. So there we go. There's that track laid, so then you can just delete these. Boom. And there you go. You've got a nice straight track off of that track. I wouldn't imagine that you would need that long of a, you would need that crazy of a thing down here. So let's put that there. Of course, it's gonna break that. So we've got that. Let's insert our other point there. Delete that. And here's a tip if you're a Trainz person. Never do this. Or no, what is it? There's one thing you should never do. Is it that? No. Well, there's one, when you're putting in a switch, there's one thing that you never do because it'll actually move this point. Oh yeah, that's what it is here. If I draw this track here, you never want to do that. Or, stupid me. I'm being dumb. There's one thing that I did and it like, anyways, sorry, never mind. I guess I'm an idiot. I didn't remember what it was. But if you, there's a thing you do where if you put down a thing, if you put down a track and everything, it'll actually move this point, and you don't want that because then your alignment's all messed up. And that's just a headache trying to get it back. This I don't really care about. That looks good. I just want to have it shallow enough to where if, you know, you never know what'll come up into a place like this to get a card, whatever. I can actually place a boxcar down. Let's do a USR. I want a hopper. I want a boxcar. Where's my PRR? I have a PRR boxcar. Oh, a US Air Force? What the? That's weird. Oh, I'm never gonna find the thing. I'm just might as well use this. That's actually really cool. It's like an old style refrigeration van thing. Actually, I know where I can get a boxcar. PRR boxcar. I've got a whole ton of these. So this is like stupid long train with an FG1 and a J1. Like it is stupid long. All I need is one. Thank you. Oh my gosh, it did not like me placing that train down. So that train needs to go away before I have too many issues with it. So let's just kind of, nope, I don't want that. Let's just kind of fit this up against here. You don't want it right up against it like that. That's too close. In the real world, they would have laid a plank across or something to like get into the cars. So probably about there, I'd say, because it's how they got like wheelbarrows and dollies and stuff in and out. They would have just laid a big piece of plywood or whatever across there, or something up into there, so they could get up into it. Actually, I don't think I want this one. I think I have a bigger one, a bigger freight house. This one here, I think it is. Is it that one that I want? Got like this wood one and then this one. I think this one is bigger. I don't actually know. But you know what? We'll stick with the wood because I like the wood. So we have wood. I need a few outbuildings to go around it. I like that it tells you what they are. Oh, sorry. Oh, I'm so sorry. outhouse. That's what I want. I don't think I've used that anywhere yet. I'm gonna use it here though. So we'll just have this here by the tracks to serve a purpose. I don't know. Come back over. I'll just throw tool the house down. And this I slightly have to lower into the ground or else it looks weird. There we go. Because it's actually, if you look, I'll go show you on the other one. This one's not a very good example. But we'll throw this over here. But if you look on this one over here, it's actually got tracks that lead into it for a Gandy dancer to go into, or a trolley or whatever. I actually have one somewhere. I don't know where. There it is. This little thing. It's actually very, very, very well done. Like extremely well done. It's animated and everything. So one of them would go into a building like that, and it'd just be like an emergency kind of thing, or like track inspection. So yeah, and I've got a nice signal bridge. You guys are probably all getting bored already. So there's that, just a little freight depot. I'm actually going to delete those because I don't want to cause issues. Right. I guess I'm going to show you guys now. Let me come into this. I'm going to throw this up real fast because I need to change. I need to add a display capture. Do you want a display capture? Yeah, sure. Display, there we go. Okay. That's not where I wanted it either. Hang on. Sorry. That's gonna show you guys. I can't avoid it. No. That. I want rid of it. Yes. I don't think I have a way of editing the scene without actually showing it to you guys. So, I don't know. I don't think. No, it's not gonna actually show you guys. What I'm going to have to do, then, is I'm going to have to add a display capture to that. Sorry, guys. Okay. Just bring it up like that. Okay. And let's hop over to here. Yes, I know. It's abysmal. Possess it. So what you're looking at now is, obviously, the Mahoning Valley. This is the route that I'm doing. And the area where we're at right now is, if I get red, show you guys, we're right here right now. So that is Lee's Valley. Yeah, I know, this is big route. The red you see, so this line here that I've just pointed out, that there is, actually, I don't know. It's another railroad. I'm not sure what railroad yet. It might be Nickel Plate. It might be New York Central. I'm not sure yet. The black is the PRR. Sorry. Go stretch real quick. So the red is another railroad. The black is all the PRR. The brown you see, that's the land where I want like the hills to be. The blue is obviously a river. This area here, this river here, that is the Mahoning River, obviously, the Mahoning Valley. This here, all of this is a lake. I have not named the lake yet, but that is a lake. the biggest area here, and surprisingly, this is not the biggest area. Leeds Valley is not the biggest area. The main areas are going to be here at Leeds Valley. Here, this area here, which is going to be Leechesburg. This entire monstrosity of an area, which is going to be the, I'm not sure yet. It's going to be one big city. And not a city, but it's going to be one big town. There's 2 triangles here, and there's a reason for that. This triangle here leads up and around, and it actually goes underneath this line here. Actually, if I zoom in, that might help. Let me explain. So, this line here actually goes under this line here. That's up top. And it goes up through here, back up the valley, up to here where the interchange with the other railroad is. Then it comes back down and around, and then it comes out at this triangle where you can keep going this way, or you can turn back that way. And then once you get this way, you can go this way, down this way on the main line, or you can go this way on the main line. And this down here, this here is the main line, like the 4-track main line. This over here is gonna be, I'm not sure yet, probably a mine branch is what all this is. So I'm gonna have like mines and stuff up in here. I want to do, some of this might get edited, some of it might be a bit bigger than what it is. I think somewhere, this valley might actually be wider than this. I might widen this valley out here, and make this rural farm area back in here, and like make another branch that comes off over this way, and just have it be like a little agricultural branch, run by little G5s or something. But yeah, so this whole area here is going to be a nightmare to do. I can tell that now. That's why I'm starting all the way over here at Lees Valley, so I can get all of this done. So I'm going to do all of this, basically. Or, well, all of this, I should say. Not like the other, I'll probably do the other railroad. But I won't do, like, the interchange or anything. Well, I might do the interchange. But that requires having this done. And this requires having this done, and this done requires nothing done. Past that. But yeah, so the lake town, what did I say? Oh no, I did actually have a name for this lake. What was the name of it? Masonville Lake. So Masonville Lake, then, I suppose, would be this. Well, now that I say that, I think Masonville Lake, I kind of want to say that these are 2 separate lakes. So this is one lake, and then this is another lake. So then, like, this lake feeds into this lake. Like, this doesn't, I don't know. I'm not sure if I want to call that a lake. So, yeah. So I'm thinking that maybe this is Masonville Lake, and this is another lake. Who knows? I don't know yet. But that station, Masonville Lake, I want to have, probably here. So, like right in here, because I want it to be able to look out on the valley and everything. Or actually, it might be here. I don't know. It's going to be a long time, though. Long time. I just basically put it down and was naming stuff for towns and everything. So this goes to Pittsburgh. That way is to Pittsburgh. And this way is to east. That's just east. So it's the Mahoning Valley is a part of the Middle Division. Probably not quite to Altoona, probably almost to Altoona, so like the Huntingdon area. So like, I don't know, somewhere in there. So, but that's kind of the general area. I shouldn't base it anywhere in the real world because it is fictitious, but that is the area. So it's on the middle, the PRR middle division, basically. So you're gonna see like all of the locomotives that they ever had. So like the J1s and everything I've got to run on here and everything. And not to trigger everyone, but I do have my own sort of numbering scheme I've come up with all the engines. This is basically an alternate universe Pennsylvania Railroad. So this is the Mahoning Valley Railroad. Beyond here, so like everything after this point, like on the river, like going this way, is basically another railroad. So actually, I think I came up with a name for this town right here, Mahoningsburg. Oh shoot, I don't mean to do that. Yeah. So Mahoningsburg, why not? So that's yeah. So there's probably going to be a big yard here. There or there. And that's where the cars will have to come down from the thing. Because this railroad up here is actually, like, up on the ridges and stuff. Whereas the PRR runs right down along in the valley next to the river. And so, well, what I was talking about earlier. Everything from here over on this side of the valley, so like this down and through here and everything, that was at one point its own railroad. And then it was absorbed into the PRR. So all of the, nope, screwed that up. All of this here that I'm circling in red, all of that was once its own railroad. And then when the PRR came along, or rather, I should say when the PRR absorbed it, this is the PRR. This is where the PRR always ran, clear back along, blah, 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 back to here, and then all of that. All that area on that side was PRR beforehand. So I've got quite a bit of lore going, and this other railroad up top here has so much infrastructure through here. They've got a tunnel here, a bridge and a tunnel here, two bridges here. They've got two bridges on a tunnel here, another tunnel here. Well, actually, a tunnel that runs clear through here. Which I might break up into another valley, like an offshoot valley where it goes through and then back out and then back through. And then and then it follows through the ridge, and then here they've got another bridge and another tunnel, and that's where they come out at. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 tunnels and 1, 2, 3 bridges. Yeah, it's a lot. The PRR, otherwise, has no tunnels. Has no tunnels and 1, 2 bridges on this whole thing. Because they hug the line. Like here they could have probably put in a tunnel, but they didn't. They just went around it. And this is not stuck. This is not how it will be either. I'm sure by the end of it, it'll be very different than what I've got going here. Sorry, God. So yeah, but this is what I've got planned so far. So basically, all of Lee's Valley, which is this area here, I've scheduled is 2 miles. So that, whatever that is 2 miles. So like that, use that for distance, that is 2 miles. You can see how freaking long this thing is going to be. It's going to be, it's gonna be interesting. Select, can I select an area? Copy, paste. Can I just like move that on top of that? Can I actually move it? Yeah, I can, but it'll overlap. I'm sure there's like a way to ruler in this, but there isn't. But yeah, so there's engine. I should say now where there's engine facilities. There are engine facilities obviously here at Lee's Valley. There are another set of light engine facilities, basically just coaling, at the other end, which will be the end of the line. Will probably be the end of the main line, anyways. Will be here, so there'll probably be an engine facility of some sort there too. There obviously will be a engine facility here in Mahoneyburg or whatever I decide to name it, for the engines that run like this area over in here. So that's like 3 engine facilities. Yeah, this is no small little thing I'm planning here. This is a massive, massive thing I'm planning. Ugh. So, and that one would probably stable, probably 3 engines to work, 3 or 4 engines to work this branch out through here. Probably an engine or 2 to work the transfer in the transfer area. So it'd probably end up housing like 5 engines. So, but these are gonna be like full blown roundhouses here. This one probably not. There'd probably be like an engine shed there and like a small engine shed like here or something. Just like, you know, from the old railroad. Because remember, again, this was its own railroad. So yeah, there's gonna be lots to do. Lots and lots and lots and lots and lots to do on this route. So I'm gonna close that. I am gonna save it to my desktop and I'm gonna name it Map Mahoning Valley Railroad. Save. There we go. I'm going to go back to OBS now, and I'm gonna just hide that. Ooh, my screen's gone funky. No, it hasn't. It's just being weird. So yeah, this is gonna be a long haul journey. As you can see, I've already got base plates just set out because I already know that it's gonna be crazy. So, and I should point out that there's probably going to be a lot more twists and turns and bends than that map says, because that map is not to scale, and like I said, it's going to be different. There's going to be quite a few things that are not going to match up. So, fill grid. No, that's not what I want. I want get texture. That's not actually texture, which is weird. But that is not a texture that you can apply. There is a grid texture. Grid. There is a grid texture, but it's not, it doesn't match like the regular grid. Oh no, it does actually. It does actually match regular grid, but it doesn't have like these middle bits. See, it doesn't have. It does match though, so I could put that there to fool everyone. For now, just so I don't go insane. Because you can change like the scale of the grid. I think that just messes with it. So. But it's weird because you don't really notice until you're there, like on top of it. That's really weird. I don't like that. We're walking away from that. We're going away from that. So I'm not sure. I've just spent this whole time talking, and now I'm at a point where I don't remember or know what I want to do. So now I feel like an idiot. I've just been kind of playing with Trainz and stuff, really, is what I've been doing. And then I decided, you know what, I'm going to stream. So, also I should say that I'm not actually doing any terraforming yet. I actually want to build the line first. It's like I actually want to, like, build all of the track and everything, and then I'm going to come through and, like, put hills in and mountains and stuff. So, but our river is going to be on this side of us, so I know that. So I just need to lay out a bunch of track guides, kind of following the pattern of what I want. That way I have like an idea, essentially, a direction of how the track's gonna go. Let's actually see, how long is that? So that's about 2 miles. So that, I'm gonna say 3 of these is 2 miles. Well, I actually know that 4 is 2 complete miles. A little over 2 miles, in fact. So 1, 2, 3, 4, that's 1 mile. 1, 2, 3, 4, 2 miles. Or no, be 1, 2, 3, 4, 2 miles. 1, 2, 3, 4, 4 miles. 1, 2, 3, 4, 6 miles. 1, 2, 3, 4, 8 miles. Yeah. So it's gonna be a long route. I know that. Because yeah, it's like 40 miles long. Maybe not though. It's all relative. Like 40 track miles, I should say. It probably won't be. Like with all the twists and turns and everything, that can add up pretty quickly for your track mileage. So, but yeah. So I'm gonna have to start being quiet because I can't focus when I talk. I'm sure you guys are tired of hearing me talk this whole time, so I'm just gonna start throwing these into each other so I can start planning out curves. And I tested earlier how I... That's the wrong one. I did plan out earlier how to do my canting, so this actually here might have to be a straight. From this one, where's the next one? Basically, I'm just going to plug these into each other. And then just rotate the guides themselves. So that'll be nice. So I can actually do that. I'm getting 2 views, and I feel like one of them is me. I feel like both of them are me. Yeah, both of them are me. Is lower than the recommended bitrate. That's not good. It's lower than the recommended bitrate. The stream bitrate of 45 kilobits per second. That's weird. Hang on a second. Let me stream output. I don't know if my thing can handle 45. 45. There we go. I've upped it. Apply. There. So I just changed that. I'm going to stop this for a second. There you go. So I just stopped it for a second so I could refresh OBS. So hopefully it's not going to yell at me anymore. 0 is lower than the recommended bitrate. Bitrate is 0. I really don't think it's 0. I really don't think the bitrate is 0. 0. 0. 0. 0. 0. 0. 0. 0. 0. 0. 0. 0. 0. 0. 0. 0. 0. 0. 0. 0. 0. 0. 0. 0. 0. 0. 0. 0. 0. 0. 0. 0. 0. 0. 0. 0. 0. 0. 0. 0. 0. 0. 0. 0. 0. 0. 0. 0. 0. 0. 0. 0. 0. 0. 0. 0. 0. 0. 0. 0. 0. 0. 0. 0. 0. 0. 0. 0. 0. 0. 0. 0. 0. 0. 0. 0. 0. 0. 0. 0. 0. 0. 0. 0. 0. 0. 0. 0. 0. 0. 0. 0. 0. 0. 0. 0. 0. 0. 0. 0. 0. 0. 0. 0. 0. 0. 0. 0. 0. 0. 0. 0. 0. 0. 0. 0. 0. 0. 0. 0. 0. 0. 0. 0. 0. 0. 0 I think I just gotta give it a chance to catch up is all. Stream health. It says good. It says a bitrate is 0, but that doesn't make sense. I don't know. Can do 1080p and let's see. I mean, it looks fine to me. Hang on, if I go back in and I just kind of like swing my camera around and I go back in. Oh, jeez, it's being a butt now. I mean, it looks okay, I guess. I can't actually go back and watch that part because my player just screwed up, but... if I refresh this, I don't really know what happens. There it goes. It's about 720. It says bitrate's really garbage, but I don't think it is. It seems to be doing fine, really. I don't know what it's complaining about. Ooh, actually, yeah, that was kind of jaggedy. Sorry, guys, I'm just looking at this. Yeah, that bitrate is ugh. So I just upped it, so hopefully that's better now. I'm just watching this playback. Yeah, that's ooey. Gross. Anyways, I'm gonna get back to it because there's nothing really I can do about it. I've changed the bitrate to what it wanted to be, what it wanted it to be, so I can't really do too much more about it. So if it looks bad, it looks bad. Sorry. But see, then again, when I look at it on my phone, look at my stream on my phone, it looks absolutely beautiful and crystal clear and fine. So I don't know. I think it's just the player on YouTube for me is lying to my face about it. So I'm just going to set that to be like garbage quality because I don't even look at it anyways. So we'll go back now. If I get enough of the track work done, I might run a train on it. It won't be canted or anything though, so that's not too exciting, I guess, but it is what it is. So we're gonna move. I don't want it to be too steep of a thing because we are just leaving. So probably that. That seems good. That seems like a doable corner for the beginning. And then this needs to be a straight, so I need to make sure I can get these as straight up as possible. And that means, what rotation are you? 312, you are at 312, good, so that's straight. So they should be pretty straight with each other. Says it looks like they've got a bend in them. I know it's not going to be straight as an arrow, but I would like it to be as straight as possible. There we go. That works. So we're going to come out like that. And then, see, turns like that are going to be like impossible for me to do with how I've got some stuff set up. Some, like how I'm doing some of this, it's going to be really hard to do turns like that. Well, no, actually it wouldn't, because how, yeah, never mind, no it wouldn't. Because of how Trainz does the canting, it shouldn't actually be too hard to do. So actually, I think I'm going to have that. Actually, I'm going to turn it more and then bring it out a bit further up in here. Like that. Is that getting too tight in the corner? I feel like it's too tight. Because it does do this thing where if it's too tight of a corner, it looks kind of funky. It doesn't really work right. So I might have it be like that. Because I do intend on running some pretty fast trains through here. So it's going to be interesting, to say the least. So we're going to have that, and then I need a straight. So it won't be a very long one because I need to turn pretty sharp here. So what are you at? You're at 312 again. 312. That, and that. Like that. And then I need to move this so that it's straight. Pretty straight though. Looks good. Now we need to do a pretty hard turn left here. So I think I'm going to do a massive turn here, which is going to need the employment of another one of these halfway through. I'm going to do a horseshoe style curve here. So there to there to there. Now to there. Sweet. And then from there, I need to go into this one. There to there to there to there. Now, perfect. I need to move these around so it actually makes a curve. Come on, there you go. So I need to make a big curve like this. And you'll see the madness behind me here in a second when I want to make sure that these are eased enough, but not super eased. A good way to check is like this. So it needs to come out that way more. Like that. And up. A bit more. Because you don't want your curves to just be flat. Like, that's no fun. Actually, I think it might be because of how... you know what, that's good. I like that. We'll go with that. In fact, I might turn this just ever so slightly to make it a tad bit easier on us. Where's my next one at? Ooh, this is going to be interesting. apparently I've got to make a hard U again. So we're gonna make a hard U again. What rotation is this at? 10. So we need to rotate it to 10. Just looking at stream real fast. That bit rate doesn't look too bad. We'll have to really check on it though when you drive a train, because that'll be the real test of it, I guess. Probably for the bit rate. So let's connect that. Oh, I said connect it. Excuse me. Like that, and that. Let's pull that out. Right. So we're gonna go like that. Is that straight enough? Not straight enough. I just have to watch these, like, these straights, because if they're not long enough, it could really mess with the track itself and like the canting of the corners and stuff. So that's something I do really have to watch out for. I have to extend that out. Shoot, I'm gonna need another thing, aren't I? Just rotate this one. There, like that. And then we'll have it come like this. There. Like, I can't wait to see like a J1 just like flying around these corners with a freight train. It's gonna look so dope. Because they're gonna be banked as well. It's gonna look hench as fuck. It's gonna look great. So now I need to move these so that they are curvy-esque. Again, I think I'm gonna turn this so it's slightly into the curve. That seems a bit harsh on a curve. Extend it out. That looks better. That's a much better curve. I like that more. Much better. Right. So, from here we're gonna go over to here. So we need another straight again. That's what the lines were. So it's 3, 7, 3, 4, 7. 3, 4, 7. Actually, we'll have this one be pretty long straight. So we'll have it like it runs right along the bank here. There. Now, let's do... I'm going to have to do another sharp corner here. It's a lot of sharp corners. This one shouldn't be too bad though. Right. We'll put this one up here. there. It's there to there. There. Sweet. Now I need to make sure that we're not going to have issues. It's yelling at me, telling me I can't do that. That might be a bit close for comfort on the corner. Might throw another guide in there. Just to keep everything spaced out. The nice thing is, though, too, is you can actually, like, see and, like, line the track up. And then all you gotta do is come over here, make your spline points, and split them. That did not split them. Select the wrong tool. There you go. There. No. That's not where that goes. There. And there. There we go. And that's just to maintain spacing, basically. So, some of these might look pretty tight, but it's looking like the shape I want. I think here I was kind of afraid of, like, I don't know how tight to make this, and then here I got comfortable, and I was like, right. That's how tight I need it to be. There is going to be an incline, I promise. It's just, I want to set these tracks up and everything, and doing all the canting is going to be a nightmare already, I know it. So, where is our other guide from here? So we're going to come down again and then back up around. So, we're going to have to do a real box corner here. Shoot, did I? Ooh, yeah. Before I can do that, though, I need a straight. Doesn't have to be a big one. I just need a straight. Because if I don't, then I won't be able to bank it. Actually, I might be able to get away with making part of that the straight that I need. Right here. Is that centered on that? Yeah, it is. So that'll work. Split, 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 split. Split, 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 split. There we go. Is this rotated at all? No, and yes. Now it's no. There you go. So how it would go is like this here. This would be a hard cant right here. This one and this one would be a hard cant. This one here would be a softer cant because it's leaning into this cant here. So this would be a softer one. All of these would be hard here. These would all be hard. These would all be hard. This one, no, that one would be hard. This one would be soft. This one would be somewhat soft as well. This one would be pretty soft. This one might be kind of rough, and that one would be pretty soft. But you'll see how I'm going to do them when I actually do them. because it's going to be interesting. So how's that corner looking? It looks fine. So now we need to do a hard turn down. So put that probably there. It's like by rotating these, you can really like guide the curves. So like if you don't want a super hard curve, you put down your guide so that you don't have a really hard turn. But usually the harder the turn, the more guides you're gonna have to use. Like I've tried to skimp with just 3, but really some of them should use 5. But I can't be bothered to be rotating and doing 5 of them. So then that gives us a nice curve down. That's gonna look so cool, like looking back along the shore there and like seeing a train come up and around the bend and stuff. That's gonna look so cool. So there's a curve. So now I need a straight. This is gonna be a long straight. I'm gonna do another long straight here. So this is like where the river was just like, nah, I want to go straight here. So that's lined up to right here. Because when these hug the water, like these hugged the water. These like were down in the valley. That's what this is. So, right. I kind of want to run a train. I know I haven't done much. I know. But I feel like running a train. So, before I run a train, let's do some canting, shall we? So, that requires all of these to disappear, and because they're not the same track. So this is a turn, right? Yes. So that means that this has to disappear. Boop, like that. Don't worry, we can just do this. And we won't lose where those blind points are. Boom. Now, in order to do the canting properly, you cannot have these joints this close together. So, what I'm going to do is I'm going to delete these spline points here on the end. It's going to fuck up your track. It does it every time. Don't worry, just straighten this back out again, and you'll be fine. Now, in the real world, how they do canting is they do 1 degree for every 1 degree of curvature of the bend. You can't really figure that out in Trainz. You can in a Train Simulator 2020. It does it for you though, and it's a pain in the ass. And I don't like doing it. But this game, you have to figure all that stuff out yourself. I'm sure you could in the game, like if you got really technical with it and like put the rulers in the right place, you could figure out the degree of the curve and everything. But I just do whatever looks right personally. I know that sounds janky, but it's what I do. So now we need to delete these ones because that also helps with the curvature. If you delete the one that starts on the straight, it helps with the curve as well. So now I'll do the curvature of this one. So these can be pretty shallow. This bend here can be pretty shallow at first. So these here, so you have your super elevation degree and your super elevation limit. The limit is how like how far it'll actually go like, what's the limit of it? The degree is what you set it to. So if you set it to a 45 limit, but only set it to a 15, or not 45, only set it to a 15 degree curve, it's only going to bank it by 15, not 45. Honestly, though, this would probably be a 25. It really isn't going to take much. And honestly, though, too, you won't be able to tell the full cant of this corner until you do this one. And this one's going to be a lot harder just because it starts out a lot sharper. So this one, we're going to do a 35. Let's see how we do there. So 35, 35, boom. So now you can see how dramatic that just changed the track level. So we can see it banks around and it kind of levels off a bit. But because this is 25 though, you're still banking into it. So let's do a 35 here. 35. It's really the easiest thing to do is just make the same thing. So if you set that to just be the same thing, it's not really going to make much of a difference. Because again, it's banking into it. So this whole thing now has a bank of 35. And if you notice, it has kind of raised the track level. But the way around that is to just, like, if you click on these, sometimes they'll read out. Like, it's reading out that it's not, but it is. It's lying to you, I promise. Like, if you click this and then click that, see, it lowers it down to that height. So now those tracks are level, but you don't have to do that. I don't do it. I leave the track the way it does it when it does the canting, because it says it's that height, so it must be that height. So all of these now I've got to go through and change to be 35. That's what I've decided on for this corner. 35, 35, 35, 35. This gets very, very time consuming doing all of these, but it looks so good when it's done. And it's just realistic. It's more realistic to be done this way. So, because these would be canted, it's just how it is. There are some crazy ones out there, like 50s, but boom, like that, like it gets real wild, but I'd probably only do that, like, this corner doesn't need a 50-degree cant. It's not. The inner, actually, I will say this, on the tighter the rings, like the tighter the track, like this one here would definitely have a 50 on it. These outer ones here, like this one, yeah, only 53 or a 35. But this inner one. So I like to step it up by 5. So that one actually, so that was a 35. We'll set this one to be 40. And it gets tighter as you go in. Set that to be the right one, right? Yeah. So it actually goes in by another 5 degrees for every track you go in. So then this one is going to be a 45. So it's going to be pretty extreme. 35, 45, 45. But that's what canting is for. It's to make the track more viable to faster trains. So then this one's going to be 50. So this one's going to be pretty crazy looking on the inside here. Boom. So we've got our 50, 45, 40, and 35. So we've got our cant of 50, 45, 40, and 35 there. So because that's probably how it would have really been done. So, and like I said, you can set these to be 0. But it, like, you see, it like makes the sleepers touch the ground and stuff. It's just, ugh, that looks gross. But just leave it as it is for now. What is the actual gradient of that then? It says nothing, but I don't believe it, because it obviously has been raised if the track is up higher. But I don't know. So we've got that one. So that corner is now done. So now we need to do this one. So we're going to delete this. This is my experiment corner I did too. So if this doesn't turn out, I'm going to have to rebuild this area here. But if I'm thinking how it's going to work, we should be okay. So we got rid of that now. Got rid of that one. And now I need to get rid of this one. Same with this. Boop. Bam, bam, bam. Straight, 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 straight. Right. Does get kind of tight, I think. Yeah, it gets kind of tight on the gauging, but oh well. It'll be okay. And then we want to delete the ones, remember, delete the ones that are not into the corner, so these ones here. So then, doom. So these ones are not that bad, so our inside one, I think I'm going to do we'll have this one be 45, 45, and a 30, oh no, 40, it'll be 40, 40, 40, 35, 35, and a 30, 30, 30. So you can see that we go from a pretty dramatic one on the interior one to a not as dramatic on the outside one. And then this one here, again, deleted on the inside of the curve, not the track. This spline point there, and there. So now we want to do this as a 30. So we're going to have a 30 degree, a 30 limit. Here we're going to have a 35. Here we're going to have a 40. And here we're going to have a 45. Yeah. So it does look pretty crazy. Like, you can see how the track like lurches literally from one side to the other. That's what it's like, and that's why you need to have an ample amount of straight, or it's gonna look really weird. Because your train's gonna the track's gonna be all messed up at the joints. It's not gonna look right. It won't blend nicely, or your train's just gonna like look like it's going whoosh, like lurch right over. So if we look at this, I think, actually, this might not work how I thought it would. I think I might need a spacer in here, because these tracks seem like they get too close together. J1. How close does a J1 and a J1 get? Oh yeah, they're like inside of each other. Yeah, that's not gonna work. Let's see what I can do. I can do this. I can literally put just straight here. And all it does is, for guiding purposes, so boop, 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 boop. Break, 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 break. That goes there, that one goes there, that one goes there, that one goes there, that one goes there, goes there, that one goes there, and that one goes there. And then all we need to do is delete it. And then this will be where it actually switches between the two. Can't. So you can see it's like really hard bank, and it mellows out into the flat, and then it goes banks back into the, and then it banks again. And this is actually a perfect example I can show you here. So like you might be tempted to bank this then and be like, oh, well, this needs to continue to be banked. If you do this and set this to be, what would it be, 30, I guess? Oh no, it's the inside track, so hang on, we'll just go look for a second because I don't remember. Whoa! Right here, we've got a 45-degree bank. So if you set this to be 45, 45, 45, boom. If you do that, nothing happened. Why does nothing happen? Okay, weird. Usually it'll yell at, it'll look weird. Oh, never mind, it has. It has done the weird thing. So you can see ever so slightly. I think it's just because the corner isn't actually that sharp, coming into this end of it. But you can just slightly see right there how it's warped the track. And it's just, that would not happen. That's not, that would break a train. Your train would jump on one side of the track. So you just set that to be 0. And then it leans back into this curve, back into this, like it's mellow in the center, but the sides are extreme. This S curve is interesting. But yeah, so, and then you've got these hard corners here. And that is how you do these corners. I really want to drive a train. I'm getting kind of bored. I'm sure you guys are getting bored too if you're not already. So we might drive a train and then cut it. We are going to take, what should we take? I don't know what to take. Where's my box? No, we'll take the, not Steel City Limited, the steel train. We'll take the steel train. Wait, which one? I gotta remember what track is which, because I always forget. I want the up fast, so I want that furthest line out. I'm just gonna come the whole way back here. Right there. Turn around. There we go. There, and I don't want to do an I1 because I don't really care for the whistle on it. Let's do, we'll do our J1. J1 tender, J1 engine. There we go. I hope I place that on the right track. What track did you get placed on? Yeah, you are on the right one. Good. Right. I want a J1 because I love the look of them. I just realized I'm not centered in my screen. Right, let's do menu, this, save, we'll just go over it because I don't care. Right. Click on this. Now, I need to see how loud this is. So let me do that. Oh wow, that is very loud. So I'm going to turn that down. That's still really loud. Turn it right down to like nothing, so you can't like even hear any of that. Now it's too quiet. That's good, right there. Sorry, I just had to figure out the volume. Let's center the screen back up. Let's get rid of that stuff. The crap we don't need. There we go. Nice and clear. So we've got our J1 with our steel train that I forgot to actually add the loads to. Let me do that real fast. For some reason, it didn't save. When I made these contests, it didn't save them. I mean, it doesn't really matter, but... Coil, outer, large, 4. Nope, that's 3. I want 4. And inner, large coil, 4. Send it to all of them. Load 2. Oh, that's not what I wanted. I wanted to add something. Coil. Sure, why not? 2. Perfect. That's great. Now we can drive our train. So we're just gonna hop down out of that. And off we go. So off we trot now. So off we trot with our train. Loody-doo. Kind of heavy, must be. Oh yeah, that's heavy. J1 should manage just fine. I wish someone would do a texture update for these poor K and L Trainz J1s. Like those Conrads are just If they retextured it, it would be such a perfect model. Obviously, these things weren't good at fast rate. Oh, it looks so cool though. Watch it from the station as it goes by. That's looking really good on stream too. Good, I'm glad it is. I was really worried that it wouldn't look good, but it does, so I'm happy. Just finesse it up to... Just finesse her up to 40. I don't even know know what the top speed of these things are. It seems to like 40 though. So I would say 40 would be about the max of what I would do in one of these. Go, we're off onto our canted corners now. This is gonna look so cool. Ah, yeah, look at that. Oh, yeah, that's so cool. Let's go find a hard corner. Ooh, this will be a really hard corner here. Oh, yeah. Look at how it just glides around the corner there. Oh, that's so cool. And that's it. I think I might need to work on this corner though. I think some of them might be a little too sharp. But they usually get better though once they're canted. They get better. Like this one up here, I know will be a lot better when it's canted. This one's too sharp. I might have to actually do. Oh yeah. Yeah, there's no way that would have gone around that. That curve's gonna have to be fixed. This is way too tight. She did not like that. That's like a toy train almost right there. How far have we gone? 3-4 miles? Almost. So, like I said, that'll add up fast. There's another sharp one. Canting them also reduces how sharp they are too, though, so. Yeah, that one up there is going to be another problem one. Oh, at least the ones that I have done look good, so we don't have to, like, freak out about that. Yeah, here we go, right? Ooh. Again, this one probably won't be bad once it's canted. this thing so much. I just want to see if we can get right up to her. Oh yeah, we can. Looks good. Love the J1s. They look so meat. They're just the biggest PRR engine like ever. Such beefy engines. They make the coast-to-coast tenders look good. Yeah, so we've got our load to here, wherever here is. And we've still got to go all the way, all the way over here. So, I don't even think we're halfway. Nope, not even close. So, yeah, we've got a long way to go. So, well, I think that's actually, no, I wanted to see how far have we gone. 5.193 miles. So 5 miles we've gone from where we started. So we're about 5-ish miles. So we're about 4-ish, 3-ish miles out of Thingy Bob, out of Lee's Valley. So I'm gonna switch over to here now. I'm going to get rid of that so you guys can't hear that because you don't want to listen to that thing whine at you, I promise. So I'm gonna swipe over to the BRB, or not the BRB screen, the bye-bye screen, because it is the end. So thank you guys so much for watching. I probably not sure when I'll get a chance to really stream again. This stream's almost 2 hours long though, so I feel like I did nothing but talk and explain and did like nothing. So but anyways, I will talk to you guys again soon, probably if not tomorrow, the next day, or whenever I can again. I'm hoping to put more stuff out. But I am going to make this a thing. This is going to be a thing I'm going to stick to. So, I will talk to you guys later. And I hope all of you have a good day.